I just swallowed a former emperor by accident, but I didn't expect that I would grow dragon scales. Not only did I gain the qualification to practice, but I also embarked on the supreme path of transforming a snake into a dragon. At that time, I was happily stealing the fat pigs raised by the villagers. A boy who had just died suddenly opened his eyes. The young man claimed that he was the reincarnation of a former emperor and said things like breaking off an engagement, being useless, taking revenge, and possessing another's body. Although I didn't know what the emperor was, I instinctively felt that the young man in front of me was very dangerous. So, in order to avoid being killed and soaked in wine, I could only muster up the courage to swallow him in one gulp. Unexpectedly, just this one bite gave me the opportunity to change my fate and become an immortal. Not long ago, I was a little demon growing up in a mountain temple. Whenever night fell, the villagers would guard against me like a thief. They said from mouth to mouth that I ate 2 people, but I did eat the first one. He was a young man named Rendan, who was chased by an old Taoist priest and ran into the temple. He was exhausted, with wounds all over his body. He knelt before the mountain god in the ruined temple, crying and begging for the god's protection. I couldn't understand what people were saying at that time, but seeing how painful he looked, I swallowed him to help him get rid of the pain. The Taoist priest happened to chase into the ruined temple and saw this scene. My elixir, the human elixir I have been refining for 10 years, spit it out for me. I felt bad for him because of his grief and anger, so I swallowed him and let him reunite with the human pill in my stomach. It didn't matter if I swallowed him, but since then I became enlightened. Not only did I grow a demon core, but I also gained spiritual wisdom. I learned a lot about the dangers and horrors that I had never known before. It turned out that the men in black who had chased me were called snake catchers, and they were all monks from the snake catcher sect. I once witnessed them besieging a large python and found that human monks are very powerful. Monks can continuously improve their strength through practice, and there are chi training stage, foundation building stage, dan formation stage, and even nascent soul stage. My previous escapes were all due to ignorance and fearlessness. Humans are scary, and monks are even scarier. I finally gained spiritual wisdom, and I must survive.